Hey y'all, it's Pastor Chris. I, like many of you, woke up to the news of the plane and the helicopter colliding, the plane crash in DC, and it's just an absolute tragedy. My heart goes out to all of the people who lost loved ones, all of the folks who are impacted by this tragedy. I can't imagine the pain they're going through right now, especially with it being all over the news. And I just wanted to take a moment to encourage us right now to hold space for grief and to try to avoid blaming right now. I think it's a very natural human response when something happens, when somebody gets hurt, to try to look for somebody to blame, to look for an explanation for what happened, and to want somebody to pay for what happened. Obviously, sometimes there is somebody responsible for hurt, for harm, and there needs to be accountability. But there's also a lot of times accidents, tragedies that take place. Now, they are still finding out details, trying to figure out what happened. We are not at the place right now where we can throw out blame. Clearly, we now have a president whose first instinct when something bad happens is to blame somebody else. Somebody. It can never be his fault. It's got to be somebody else. And yes, it is racist to suggest that the crash occurred because somebody who is not white was flying the helicopter or flying the plane, which is exactly what he did. But I've also seen a lot of people on the left trying to throw out blame. This is just not the time for that. Obviously, we need the folks who are in charge to investigate and to learn from this tragedy to try to make sure that it doesn't happen again. That's going to take some time. Maybe there will be some information that comes to light that certain people failed to do what they were supposed to do, and they need to be held accountable. That's not where we are right now. Where we are right now is allowing space and time for grief, and especially sending our love to the families and friends of those who died. I wish we had a president who felt the same way, but we're going to have to instead lean on each other for moral guidance rather than looking to our leadership for the time being. So that's all I wanted to say. I love you all. Thank you again for all your support, and I will see you in the next video.